Welcome to the Chompcast, the podcast that brings the crew of Sword Chomp together to discuss our lives, video games, and everything in between. My name is Morgan Barnes, and I am joined by my good friends and fellow co-hosts, the crew of Sword Chomp, Joshua Fowler.
The only thing between my life and video games is the controller.
Dun dun. Breaking it down. Shay Layton.
Sometimes you put the disc in the drive, and sometimes the drive puts the disc in you.
And Anthony Fisher.
Oh, shit.
I always feel bad introducing Fish last. If Josh is bringing it, Shay's bringing it, that means you gotta bring it, Fish, or you're just sagging it.
Yep. Oh, fuck, I got nothing. Shit.
Oh, but this show will not be sagging because it is one of the biggest shows of the year. Horizon Zero Dawn has dropped. As of this day of recording, the Nintendo Switch has dropped. It's a huge day. So we're going to be talking Horizon Zero Dawn. We have some feedback from our users on Instagram in regards to Horizon. We want to kind of get them involved too as well. It's going to be a lot of fun to talk about that game. We're all over the place. We have some controversial opinions. I got a little Zelda teaser, and I'm going to be asking Josh a little bit about the Switch that he ordered, which is pretty exciting. He's going to be our Switch representative. And Fish has some interesting news topics for us all to devour, including Xbox One Game Pass, Destiny characters, and how they're going to transfer or not transfer. And a weird story involving a diplomatic dust-up in regards to Ghost Recon. And if that's kind of confusing and strange, just hang in there to the news section. It will all become clear, I promise. It's going to be a really fun show. But this is my favorite part of the show, catching up with you guys before we get into our really heavy game talk, seeing what you guys have been doing throughout the week, catching up with you guys a little bit, letting everybody relax. Josh, I'm going to throw it to you first, my friend, because you're brand new Switch that you ordered. You're waiting patiently for that thing to arrive, right?
I am. It should be here on Monday. So, not waiting too long, just over the weekend, which is fine, really, since I just got Horizon this week anyway, and that's going to be a pretty big investment right there to knock that out. So, it's probably a good thing it didn't show up until didn't get here until I've had a chance to knock out some Horizon here.
Yeah, I mean you're so patient, Josh. I mean I can't imagine if I ordered a Switch, I would have been freaking out. I mean just going to GameStop today and picking up Zelda and seeing other people that pre-ordered the Switch picking up around me, it was just like this shiny new beautiful thing is here. But how's your week been, Josh?
It's been pretty good. Finally have a good game to play for the show for a change, which is nice.
I knew he'd like this game. This makes me happy.
We've been playing some garbage for a while, but
yeah. You've been playing.
No.
I haven't been playing any garbage at all. Well, Josh, I'm glad that you're enjoying it, which we'll get to in a little bit here. You sent us a pretty funny picture this week of you getting your serial killer on. You were having. Can you describe that picture to our listeners?
Oh, well, I was getting ready to eat lunch and figured I'd send a picture, which I never do because I'm a fairly considerate sociopath, usually, and don't like to do that. But anyway, it just was an interesting enough lunch that I decided to send it to the guys, and it's just a nice meal of orzo and chicken and nice glass of red wine, and then I realized that I'm in the house by myself and sitting down at this big table with just me and my red wine and maybe the 2 or 3 bodies in the freezer, but yeah, it was.
That's all you have? I'm disappointed in you.
Well,
That's
have you priced deep freezes lately?
That's just the freezer,
true.
okay?
Yeah.
His basement stocked. He's got an attic. It's it's overflowing at this point. He's got a shed in the back. He's got a lot of other places too.
You have to diversify.
I just hope he's utilizing. Yeah, I just hope you're utilizing them at the end of the day.
Diversify your death. But no, I thought that was a funny picture, Josh, because as soon as you said that to me and you said that, I was reminded. I really love the show, the new show Hannibal. It's a great show. If anyone has Amazon Prime, you should check it out. It's really creepy. It's got Mads Mikkelsen in it, but there's a lot of scenes where, after he kills people and he cooks it, like he's really refined in how he, cooks them and seasons them, and he just kind of sits there quietly eating in his house, listening to classical music and eating people. And now I can connect those images in my head with you, Josh. So thank you.
I'm glad to help.
Oddly fitting. But yeah, glad you're here today, Josh, and excited to get your thoughts on the Switch when it arrives, hopefully on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Our Switch correspondent, Joshua Fowler. So our listeners will be in for a treat there. Shay Layton is also joining us this week. How you doing, Shay?
Doing really well. I have, as of today, I'm currently unemployed because I quit my jobs, so I can get ready to go to Japan. So
I'm high-fiving you through the microphone. We're both unemployed right now.
Yes. We're a couple of bums. No, I'm still wrapping up my research though, so I was doing that a little bit today. It felt really nice to not work at either of those jobs anymore. They're both been good jobs, but it feels like they're culminating into something a lot bigger and better. So I'm just really excited for what's coming here in a few weeks. But other than that, I'm really stoked to talk about Horizon. I've been playing Fire Emblem still, like crazy.
You playing you playing Birthright still?
Yeah, I'm trying to beat that game.
Dude, those games are crazy. I'm still playing Conquest, and I'm like on chapter 20, and I looked it up online, and it was like 31 chapters. I was like, good God.
Yeah, I know. It's like I'm almost close to being done. Oh shit, no, I'm not. Yeah, and that's okay though. I mean, you're getting your money's worth when you have that many chapters, and it's not a game that theoretically should be devoured in like a week. It's a game that I'm feeling a tactical game. I'm gonna play that for like a good hour or two, and then you put it away and you come back to it. And I think this game kind of contradicts that a little bit, just because it has a fairly interesting storyline comparatively with other Fire Emblem games. So I've been enjoying it, and
I love the illogical nature of the Fire Emblem games because I'm playing a lot of Conquest still too. I'm playing the dark version of the version Shay's playing, and it's just funny because the story starts off so strong in these games, but the logical, if you think about the scale of any sort of movie or book or TV show, if there's a battle or award, there's usually like one a season or one a book, or it's a big deal. But in these games, it's like 30 fucking huge battles. They're very time consuming, and then the story just starts to get so like comical. Like you'll just finish a huge battle, you go back to where you're going, like, all right, we're sending you right back out to another battle, and it's just funny. The middle of these games is basically just any excuse they can throw you back out into the fray. So they're not really realistic in that way. But like you said, Shay, I feel like you could 30, 40, 50 hours out of these games easily.
Yeah, and that's cool. I mean, like they have challenges in this game that kind of allow you to build up your characters and just get that additional content. It's nice. It's really nice. I'm glad that I played Awakening back in the day, and I'm glad that these two games have kind of taken it a step further, so to speak. And
have you romanced anyone yet in your Fire Emblem game?
I have the ability to romance one, and I'm kind of holding off. I want to get everybody like my top 3 choices. God, this sounds terrible. My top 3
Tell
choices.
me more.
I feel like The Bachelor. My top 3 choices, and I'm just gonna kind of decide from there. What I might do is just like go through with it, and then just kind of see what the outcome is, and then just like restart the system and see which one I like the best.
God. Typical man, afraid of commitment. Can't you just commit to the woman that you care about, Shay? Is it that hard?
Yes. Yeah, no. I don't want to put too much thought into it because it's just a game at the end of the day. But
yeah, just go for it.
I still feel drawn. I'm like, my child better be a fucking badass, and if I choose the wrong one, my child's not gonna be badass in this game. God, all right, we gotta stop.
You're overthinking it. You're overthinking it.
Yeah, I know. That's how I live my life, is I overthink things. So.
No, that's. I'm glad you're still playing that though, because I've still been playing my Fire Emblem game on the side too. So, and then
Yeah,
lots of Horizon, I guess, huh?
yeah, yeah, I'll go into more on the Horizon later, but yeah, that's those, and then I admittedly got sucked back into Fire Emblem Heroes this week.
Yeah, God, Josh is so disappointed in us right now, right, Josh?
I don't blame him. I'm disappointed in myself, but like I got a bunch of 5 stars, and I was like, you know what, I'll level up all those guys too while I'm at it, and then I realized there's really no point in leveling them up, but I'm enjoying doing it, so I'm just gonna keep doing it.
That's always a sad realization when you realize there's no purpose to it, but you're doing it anyway.
Yeah, well, I guess I mean it makes me happy, and at the end of the day, that's a whole debate in itself. But
That's true. It makes you happy.
yeah,
You know what makes me happy, Shay?
what?
Anthony Fisher makes me
Me
very.
too.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, it's very good, Fish. How are you? Are you feeling okay today, Fish? How are you doing? I feel like you're
Yeah,
I feel like you're
I don't
struggling
know.
with words.
I'm struggling big time right now. I don't know why, but I guess it was just like a long work week. And I found something so nasty at my job. It was just so disgusting. There was a dead rat in like, so there's just my company has like a warehouse down the street from its main warehouse, and I'm the one who actually goes down there. There's nobody there, so like it's usually just vacant with a bunch of plumbing parts in there. I usually just drive on down there by myself, and I get to dick around a little bit. I use that time to dick around on company time, but
So
um,
that's my man. That's what I like to hear.
no, there's a bathroom in there, and they cut off the water to the place, which is fine. But I usually just piss outside or something if I have to really go, or just drive on back to the warehouse down the street and go piss over there.
Wish
But
you'd piss on my
anyways,
face.
one day, Shay, maybe in Japan.
That's the cultural. Oh God.
But no, I found I noticed a smell in my warehouse, and it was just in this one little office room with the bathroom in there, and I noticed the smell for like a week, and I never bothered to actually check up on it.
How would you
And
describe this smell?
it didn't smell like shit, but it smelled like something rotting, I guess. But I didn't really know that smell, but finally I walked through the door one morning and I was like, God, that fucking smells just terrible. So I walked into the bathroom to investigate, and as soon as I turned on the light, I saw a fucking big dead rat on the floor, about a foot long from nose to end of its tail, I would say. It was huge and it was dead, just chilling there. And I had to deal with it, of course. Put its corpse in a box and threw him in the dumpster. But
You
yeah.
didn't even send him off in a ship in a river and shoot a fire arrow
Yeah.
and send him off to Valhalla, you sick fuck.
God,
I don't know him.
Dead.
I don't fucking know that rat. For all I know, he probably raped many other rats out there.
Oh, no, that's true. It was probably a rat rapist, guys. It probably deserved what was coming to him.
Yeah, but yeah, sent him off in the trash can. He's rotting in there right
Sounds
now.
like this really traumatized you.
was,
Is it weighing
yeah.
heavily on your mind, this rotting rat?
It happened on Wednesday when I dealt with that shit, and I'm still like shook it every time I think about that rat and like the smell in there. Like I went so far as to like take some fans in the warehouse that were just sitting around and put it in that office just to air out that fucking place because it's so rancid in there.
On a positive note, Fish did text me this morning all excited. He was like, dude, I got a 6-star, was it a 5 or 6-star character?
It was 5-star.
Oh, he had a 5-star character pool in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. So he was geeking out over that. So.
Yeah, that was awesome. Apparently, it's also the rarest of the new units.